John Long were on hand for the 1994 Sport Climbing National Championships.
Hi, I'm Penny Davidson, and with me John Long, noted climber who's written the Bible on sport climbing. John, what's at stake here?
Today's competition will determine the national champion in both the speed and difficulty events.
Now, let's head out to Colorado Springs, Colorado, where Penny Davidson and John Long were on hand for the 1994 Sport Climbing National Championships.
Hi, I'm Penny Davidson, and with me John Long, noted climber who's written the Bible on sport climbing. John, what's at stake here?
Today's competition will determine the national champion in both the speed and difficulty events, but moreover, and perhaps more importantly, the winner receives an automatic bye to compete in the Extreme Games in the summer of '95 here on ESPN.
Who are the favorites, John?
In the speed event, a vertical sprint, the main man is Hollywood Hans Florine, undefeated in American competition. For the women, the favorite has to be the veteran, Gay Games champion Diane Russell. In the men's difficulty, the new breed of climbers led by John Cronin and Timmy Fairfield have to be considered threats to win the Nationals and go to the Extreme Games. But the money bet would be on either the soft-spoken Doug Engelkirk or his longtime rival, the fiery Scott Franklin. Women's difficulty? The likely winners with a ticket to the Extreme Games will be either Bobby Bensman or Mia Axon. But if either of them should make a mistake, the talented newcomer and crowd favorite Liz Grenard may do it. Or the veteran, Alison Osius, back after a 2-year layoff to raise a family.
There's a lot of different aspects that come into how well you do on a climb. There's the physical, being physically strong and having great endurance, awesome technique. Those are all involved. But a very big part of it is your head. How calm are you? How well can you think under duress? And how tenacious? How hard do you want to hang on? It's so easy to just succumb to the delirious feeling of letting go and not trying as hard as you can. Some climbers are just so good at when the going gets tough, they get going. They just hang on, their feet will fly out, 2 fingers will come off, and they will catch themselves, get back on, shake it out, calm down, and keep going, sometimes to the top.
Will national champions be crowned, but the winners will get automatic entries into the first ever Extreme Sports Olympics, the Extreme Games.
Extreme Games 101 is brought to you by Chevrolet Truck, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. By Mountain Dew, with a subtle reminder to do the do. And by Nike ACG. ACG means all conditions gear.
Your seatbelts, the speed event is about to begin, and it's a drag race to the top. The fastest time wins. Normally it's just pure speed, but we've got a little difficulty here throwing in some smaller holds. So Hollywood Hans may have a little bit of trouble. Let's see how the action shakes up. Hans, there's a little more difficulty thrown in.
Yeah, traditionally we climb a route that there's almost no chance you'll fall off. Very easy and very fast. Since they have such short walls in here, what they wanted to do was kind of make us think as we're climbing a little bit, slow us down a little bit. We only got 20 feet to climb in.
So here we've got Hollywood Hans Florine on the left, Chris Block on the right. What's up?
Hans just missed a hold and he's half a body length behind. That's what's up, but here he's already hitting his stride. One more move now. He'll be setting up for the lunge. It's a done thing.
So, Hollywood Hans Florine living up to his name.
Most climbing routes are about 5'6", speed climbing. This is maybe 5'11".
Okay, it's Tim Honig on the right and local boy Rick Guyman on the left.
Rick off to a strong start, but Tim is really firing it on. Reading the route well on his first time up.
Looks like Rick's going to pass him.
Neck and neck now. Getting ready, setting up for the bell. Tim lunges for it, advances to the semifinal round.
Very much harder. You've got to really think about how you're going to move.
Greg Lowe on the right, Typhus on the left.
Lowe, an international competitor using classic speed climbing technique. But whoa, it threw the bicycle all over the wall. Meanwhile, Foose is setting up for the lunge. Over. He wins semifinals for Boost.
It's Bill first. Now we've got Noah Bigwood on the left, Kenny Mattis on the right.
They're just working over in their heads mentally, trying to figure out what the moves they're going to do. Mattis is off to a strong start. Good technique, reaching and pushing off with the feet in the same direction. Bigwood is still trying to figure out the route. Looks like Mattis has watched the other climbers using it to his advantage. It's Kenny Mattis advancing in the semifinal round.
Getting wrapped up in the rope a little bit. Now we've got the scoreboard. Hollywood Hong Florine making it into the semifinals against Tim Honig and Ty Foose against Kenny Mattis. Let's watch the women's quarterfinals.
And we'll see how the women kind of will be hesitant. Certainly their first time up. It'll be an advantage to go later because you'll watch how the other people do it and you'll go faster.
So now we've got the women quarterfinals with Michelle Locatelli on the left, Alexa Foose on the right. And as you can see, John, the women are going a lot slower than the men.
That's because as Hans said, it's a difficult course. They can't just yard up the course. There's no monkey bars here. Those holes are small. It's going to be a pretty close race. Michelle's slightly ahead. Now Alexa's the one move ahead. They can't just jump across. They have to climb across, and there's Alexa Foose advancing to the semifinals.
I've only done one of those speed routes. It was in California, and yes, it was very different. In California, it was just buckets go like a ladder and stuff. This is kind of like Iron Hills. The holes are smaller. You have to kind of think of it.
Bernard on the left, Rebecca Noyes on the right. John?
Bernard thinking as she will, but she's looking real strong. Already setting up for Les Bernard.
You were a huge lunge on that second run, didn't you so?
I wanted to lunge from the ear, that green ear, but I just didn't do it.
Cheryl Lonergan on the left and Michelle Hurney on the right.
Michelle off to a good start. Cheryl's picking up some speed. Very direct. Watching where she places her feet and hands. And Michelle really going for it, grabbing those holds. Oh, but her feet come off. She's getting sloppy. But she already set up for a lunge. Michelle Hurney.
So advancing to the semifinals will be Michelle Hurney against Liz Grenard, and Michelle Locatelli will race Diane Russell. Power, strength, agility, it's vertical gymnastics. More sport.
Short guy.
In climbing competitions, every route is different. You have to come up with a different route every single time. So that they can have to look at it and figure it out like a puzzle.
Semifinals coming up to see who makes it into the finals. Here's course setter Tony Yanero with a preview of the route.
We're starting by getting way back here in the depths of this cave and press around and fish around for these crater-like holes are called dog ditches. It takes time to figure it out, making you even more tired. You gotta just thrash your foot up in place. And this hole is backwards, so you have to somehow get your weight shifted around the other way. Grab this disappointment. This part is just grievous, as the climber would say. You have to match fingers on this really terrible edge. Just slap madly for the next horn. That section's a little too hard. I have to make that a little easier, or I'll fall in the same place. Get a little chance at this move. Really powerful. Two-finger pocket. And then it's just gunning to the end from here. If they miss, they're going to take a big flyer. The perfect result is to have that one person make it all the way, and then everybody else make it incrementally lower along the route.
All right, let's take a look at the women's semifinal route with the other course setter, Hank Kaler.
We hope to get the women good and pumped on the first route, so that when they come over onto this one, they sufficiently work at the nice big tweaked out pinch right there. That's quite a popular hold with folks. If you're a course setter and you're just working with horizontal terrain, it can be kind of difficult to make things interesting. Lots of toe hugs. Always make things interesting. In the efforts of knocking off the very best women, gonna make the last two moves. The hardest.
Welcome back. Here's the semifinal action. So far, Chris Sharma, the youngest climber at age 13, has some reach problems, and Catherine M. Bacher, age 14, cruises the qualifying route, but fails to make it to the finals. The men's leader so far, Hans Floreen, had a technical earlier and was called off the wall, but reran only to fall off at the roof. And Diane Russell made it all the way out over the overhang, didn't have the strength to make the clip. Let's see if she can make it to the finals.
Okay, back to the action. It's John Cronin coming through the doorway, having just completed the qualifier. We've been joined by course setter Tony Anero. Tony, walk us through it.
Okay, this is John. He's very tall. He's using his height to his advantage here. Looks like he's going to try, he's going to try and step or stem across the wall to save some energy. This is a very difficult section. He's past now Hans Floreen's high point.
So actually he's in the lead.
He's our leader right now. If he can hang on to it, maybe he'll finish the route. Look at that heel hook. That heel hook is great, very efficient. It'll help him, it'll help him make the clip.
Now, is it good to be tall in this place?
Actually, in this place, because it's so tight, he may actually have a disadvantage. He's got to get his feet situated so he can let go with his left hand.
It's real scrunched up.
Definitely. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it from there.
Awkward move.
Yeah, oh, he's crossing for it. He's crossing for it. That could work. That could work. If he can let go.
Cronin is off, but he still is in the lead now.
Good
Now,
job.
Timmy Fairfield coming out of the cave right now. Tim is ranked 3rd nationally, and he's considered to be a favorite of this competition.
Timmy is one of the youngest, most energetic climbers. He's very, very supple. He lacks some of the experience that the older climbers do.
He gets rattled.
Yes, he gets rattled if he doesn't feel just right. This hold is very off balance. Now he's got to match without losing balance. Very, very tricky. He's going to cross to that hole.
So he's off.
He's off and essentially has put himself out of the competition. He cannot be happy about that.
That's got to be let's see if he's got something to say about that. That's got to disappoint him terribly.